What's happening, guys? So this is Ronnie with Justice BBQ. In an earlier episode, we showed you guys how to break up some ribs that we have over here. I prefer, again, using pork spare ribs. That's my personal favorite. We got our own rub on there. Any commercial rub, again, that you like, go for it. Right now, we're about to get these on our Traeger here. So I'm opting to use a pellet smoker in my case. You know, if you're on coals, you got a stick burner, or anything like that, you know, do your thing as it relates to whatever equipment you're using. But today I'm using a Traeger pellet smoker. So I like to run my temperature somewhere between 250 and 270. So if you run a little bit higher, on the higher side, you're looking at about 3 hour cook somewhere in there. If you run a little bit on the lower side, 250, you're looking at about maybe a 4.5 hour cook. Now, me personally, I'm a dry rub guy. You saw us in that earlier episode rather do dry rub. In my opinion, your ribs should stand on their own without any sauce. Sauce should be an additive. So that's my take on the rib situation, if you ask me. But again, we're out here. We're here in Chicago. It's snowing, well, snowing, drizzling or something out here. But again, that should not stop you from barbecuing at any time. As long as the fire starts, you're good. So we're about to throw, just show you the process. The story's on here. And maybe I might bring it back once or twice before the product's done. That's to show you the spritzing process, if you will, to spritz some liquid over these ribs. That's to keep them hydrated. You know, there's nothing worse than a dry rib. So anyway, let's get going here. We're gonna get our gloves on and get these ribs on. So we got our pit empty. She's been on preheating in the 250, 270 range. So we're gonna go ahead and get our grill out and then start getting our ribs on. Now you'll see me when I put these ribs on. Another trick that I learned from BBQ is you want to scrunch up those ribs a little bit when you put them on. You'll get a meatier finished product if you do that. And you'll see what I mean here. Hey guys, check this out, random. We got a defective glove with no rim on it. I wonder, do I get a winter chicken dinner on that one? Oh, this bad boy came all apart. All right, we'll go with the one-handed trick. We'll just do one. We'll be good. There we go. All right. So, our rib. Just a little bit more. Here we go. Get him on. And give him a little scrunchy scrunch. This guy, boom, boom, little scrunchy scrunch. And our tips. These were these beautiful tips that we did there, that we cracked the bone and everything. And that's a joke. Remember, guys, barbecue saves lives. You know, this is a good thing to bring people together, especially in you know, some of the things that have been going on in the world lately and everything. But ribs and barbecue, they definitely bring people together. We got our pitmaster privilege pieces going on here as well. There's another one. Get him in right there. Got our pitmaster privilege pieces. Now this right here, this is going to be your tasty piece again. This is good stuff for you pitmasters out there. This guy right here. This is what you're looking for. Our Scooby snack. Here we go. So like I said, we'll let that run. I come out and check it every hour. Come and spritz. I'll bring you along for one of the spritzes just so you can see that process. And then we'll bring you back at the end for the finished product and maybe even a taste test. But thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Justice BBQ here in Chicago. We're brand new, starting out, hoping for some growth here in the next year. Goal eventually is to open up a small spot, even like a little market joint, just so we can sell this barbecue. Simple, good stuff with a couple sides, tasty, bring your friends and have a beer. That's what we're looking to do, just spread the love. So again, thanks for watching. We'll bring you back for that finished product and the spritz. All right, guys, we're back. We're ready to go ahead and spritz our ribs and our rib tips. It's actually snowing now outside, so never a dull moment. This is gonna be fun. But like I said, as long as the fire starts, you can always grill you, smoke you, barbecue you, whatever it is you like. So remember, get out there, keep smoking. But now on to the spritz. So here in our spritz bottle, we just simply have just some straight old apple juice, nothing fancy. Sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, maybe I might add a little apple cider vinegar in here with the apple juice. Feel free to experiment to your heart's content and see what you like. You can see we've been on now for about an hour and a half or so. So we're in a spritz. Again, can keep some moisture in the meat. Real simple process. And also note when we're smoking, there's no need to flip the meat here. We're not flipping anything. There we go. And that's it, guys. So we'll come back again in about an hour. And you can see, let me bring you in a little closer here if I can. Hopefully this will work. We're starting to get some pullback on those bones. That's what you're looking for doneness, is as we start seeing these bones pull away. Rather the meat pull back on the bone. So we're making good progress here. Well, like I said, we'll be back. We'll let these keep going. Remember, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. All right, guys, we're back. It's nighttime, as you can clearly see. We're about to pull these ribs. They've been on for about 3 hours and 30 minutes. We've been running at 270 today for these. So we're about to pull them now, and we're gonna show you what the finished product looks like. Let's bring that camera in close. Those are looking good. We can see here, if we can get there we go. We can see the bones are pulled back. That's a telltale sign that we're done. So we're gonna pull now. Let's take a look at that. Take a look. There she is. Looking good, guys. There we go. Our tip. That's our tip. Master privileged pizzas. There we go. Gonna get you inside. Let me get the light on that so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. But yeah, that's it right there, guys. We're gonna take them in. We'll cut up pieces so you can see, and then that's Justice BBQ. Trying to do these ribs justice, baby. Trying to do them justice, even in the snow. All right, guys, so we're back here in the house now. We got our ribs off of the smoker. As I mentioned out there, we were cooking for about 3 hours and 30 minutes on this one, give or take 10 minutes. We were smoking today with the hickory wood. That's my favorite personal choice. Obviously, there's many different types of woods. You can go with apple, mesquite, post oak. Really, I think you're gonna have to try that out and see what flavor you like the most. I personally like hickory. That's my favorite type of wood. But as you can see, we're done. So what I'm gonna do is put on these gloves. I'm gonna cut a rib up just so you can see smoke ring and all that stuff. And we will do a little taste test here as well. So these are hot, fresh off the presses. I got some little insulating gloves here. And then we're gonna put our rubber gloves over the top of that. Let's see here. I, unlike some, do not have the asbestos hands where my hands just take the high heat like that. Some do though, but I do not. So we're gonna, all right. So this was like our little Pitmaster privilege piece here. You got him, another Pitmaster privilege piece. And then these are our tips. Bring that closer there just so you can get a good look there. You can see this is where we did our little splits at. Our tips, this one's looking really good. And that flappiness there, I mean, that's a good sign, a real good sign of done this. Then our spare ribs, looking good. You can see the bone pull back, telltale sign of done this there. Again, same thing here, and same thing here. These are looking pretty good. Nice mahogany color. So we'll cut one of these bad boys up, just so we can see. We'll go with, let's see which one we want to deal with. We'll go with this guy right here. So for cutting, I normally like to flip it over on the backside, follow the bones. There we go. Not too bad, a decent smoke ring there. You can see. Nice mahogany color. Let's give this one a taste test. Cheers. Not bad, guys. Now, in terms of leaving the bite, this is a little overcooked. If you're doing competition style barbecue, you want to be able to have a bite, see your bite mark in there. But for backyard barbecue, top tier, really good. Okay, not bad. Let's move on to our rib tip. I'll put this down. All right, here's the tip. Again, this one you get a little violent with it if you need to work out a little. If you had a frustrating day at the office. Again, our trusty meat cleaver. Give them little chops in there. This is what you normally hear when you go to like Leon's or some barbecue joint or Lim's here in Chicago. You hear the guy in the back whack, whack, whack when you're getting your rib tips done. But you're doing them here at home, and you're doing them with Justice BBQ right now. So, whoop, we lost one. That's Pitmaster privilege for Mr. Milo down here. You don't see him on camera. He's staring at it though. Mr. Milo, you gonna get that one? He's like, I don't know. All right, this one's going to the garbage. What we got here, we can see the smoke ring here. Solid rib tip. And this personally, sometimes what I'll do is I will take these, put them in a pan, sauce them up, let them cook in the sauce for a little bit. And then you got some fine rib tips. But yeah, this is pretty much the deal, man. You cut these if you want it a little smaller. Boom, smaller rib tip. If you go to the barbecue joint and you order a small tip and you want them cut small, that's basically what they're gonna do. Cut them small. So, in recap, guys, we just walked you through how to break down a pork spare rib from beginning to end. How we do our cuts, to get our tips, to get the ribs, get your Pitmaster privilege pieces, how to get it on the smoker, how to rub it down. We've walked you through that entire process. So again, this is our barbecue. You can see what we're working with here. If you're here in Chicago, want to place an order, please do. Any questions for me? I'm Ronnie with Justice BBQ, where we do Q Justice. Thank you.